Yo, yo, yo. This is NYG31 coming on live, man. I was on Judah Tribes Live, man. And this Bears looking good. I think this Bears is up 14 nothing. The fact of the matter is, the Vikings don't look good. I think next week we're gonna beat the crap out of the Vikings because as good as their defense is, their offense ain't shit. Because they gave Pat Shermer to us, and the fact of the matter is, they look like all elite trash right now. But enough said about that. I want to talk about the game versus the Giants. I mean, not the Giants, the Buccaneers. It was a good win. The defense let us down in the second half when Jameis Winston came in the game. All in all, that last play of the game, when he was trying to go for a field goal, tie the game, Winston throw it down the field, tried to throw it to Deshaun Jackson, but the fact of the matter is we intercept that ball and we could secure it and we came away with that win. And that was good to see. I like how we ran the ball, gained some first downs, gained 139 on the ground. I knew Saquon Barkley's going to have a fielder against that D-line. I told you that D-line is overrated. And I told you that secondary was trash. OBJ had a field day. All the receivers had a field day with that secondary. That secondary couldn't cover shit today. And that was good to see that win against the Buccaneers. And that's what the 49ers should look at. Because the fact of the matter is, the 49ers are talking all that shit to us, a 1-7 Giants team, and the Giants team bust their ass last week. And I think they feel butthurt because we beat the crap out of them. Speaking of all your shit, 49 cents, Billy Badass, Niner Prime 88. They were talking all that shit last week, and guess what happened? They lost. They come in at high horse because the fact of the matter is they beat a bad Raiders team, which anybody could beat. Even the Bears could beat it. The dumbass Lions could beat them. Anybody could beat the freaking Raiders. I mean, the 49ers got so overconfident. They even know what to expect to a 1-7 Giants team. Once that 1-7 Giants team ran that ball, passed on first downs in it, that's all she wrote. The secondary looked slow, tired, and all that kind of crap. And guess what happened? We won that game last week, and we won this game this week. I mean, the defense almost let us down. The defense almost gave up that play against the Buccaneers when Jameis Winston went in the game. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know why they didn't call a face mask on not on Donovan Thompson, but on that D line on that offensive line who was trying to face mask Donovan Thompson. I don't know why it wasn't a call on that. But the fact of the matter is, we won that game. We kicked their ass. I mean, all in all, this Buccaneers team is garbage. We didn't overlook the Buccaneers. I knew Ryan Fitzpatrick was going to have a terrible day from 4 picks. We were prepared for him. We wasn't prepared for Jameis Winston, but we are definitely going to be prepared for Carson Wentz next week. Even though the Eagles do not look good, I'm not underestimating the Eagles. They still got a good front seven, but I think their secondary is kind of banged up right now, and we have to take advantage next week. If we don't take advantage next week, guess what's going to happen to us? We could be 2-3-8, and we do not want to be 3-8 in this part of the season time. So we have to run the ball like we did against the Buccaneers and the 49ers. Run that ball, chew up that clock, get that D tired, and use play action, use a bootleg, freeze that defense, freeze that secondary, so the secondary and the D-line cannot get in that backfield. Once that defense cannot get in the backfield or Saquon Barkley, and once he gained that first down, we could win that game next week. So we have to play Crips on this game. We have to play Crips. We have to do that. If we don't do that, the sky is not the limit. I think we have a chance to win in this division now. Since OBJ said we're going to win 8 in a row, I like that confidence. But The fact of the matter is, he cannot get too cocky with this. Because if he gets too cocky, before you know it, we probably be 3-13 or 4-12. We don't want to be that. We want to be at least 7-9 or a 500 team, trying to get that wild card or try to get that division. Because right now, it looks like the Cowboys and the Giants are going to fight for the division, not the Redskins. The Redskins have too many injuries on their D line and their offensive line. They have too much injury on their defense, period. So I was saying before, the Redskins are not a good 6-4 team. They couldn't even beat the Patriots. They couldn't even beat the Texans, the team that we beat earlier. So the fact of the matter is, the Texans, the Redskins ain't shit. The only shit they're gonna get is that L that's gonna come for them in 3 weeks when we bust their ass. I mean, how dare you come in MetLife Stadium and bust our ass like that? Who the hell you think you are, Deadskins? Who the hell you think you are? You ain't shit. Alright? You ain't shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a bum. You're pathetic. And the fact of the matter is, you lost your number one running back, Darius Geis. He's out for the season. Your rookie, who you just pick up in the second round, and all that. The Deadskins ain't shit. And that's it. The Deadskins are not shit. The Eagles, they're playing like shit right now. They just got blown up by the Saints. And the Cowboys just gain a game on the Deadskins, and we gain a game on the Deadskins. And if the Eagles play like that against us, they could be in the bottom of the division. And we could be 2 spots up. So, like I said, next week, we got to be crisp. We got to run the football, stop the run, stop the pass, make sure Carson Wentz is in the pocket. If we keep that nigga in the pocket, we could win this game. I know we could win this game because Carson Wentz is a very mobile quarterback, and he's better than Dak Prescott. Let's face it, Dak Prescott is garbage anyway. Even Favre just burned his shirt the other day, saying that Dak Prescott ain't shit. So if we beat the Eagles, and plus if we beat the Bears, which I don't think we're gonna beat the Bears, but if we beat the Eagles and the Bears together, we could have a 4-game winning streak in our hands. And guess what? If we beat the Deadskins, that'll be 5 in a row. You know what happens? We could take that division away from the Deadskins. You know the Deadskins gonna be on the bottom very soon. Watch in the next few weeks. The Deadskins will be in the bottom of the division. Once they're in the bottom of the division, that's it. They can't do shit about it. How garbage they are. I told you from the get-go, they had the worst draft in NFL history. They picked this guy, Tony whatever, from Penn State. He's supposed to be a 6th-round pick, and the Deadskins pick him in 4th round. This is pathetic. The way this roster is set up for the Deadskins, this team is not that good. They can't even beat superior teams like the Texans or like the Saints. So they blow the doors out of us at MetLife Stadium, and then they lose to the Saints the next week. How piece of shit the Deadskins really is. I know they're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have the Lions that won today, but I don't think they're gonna win the division anytime soon. I don't think they ain't gonna make a wild card chase. You know how pathetic that team of the Lions are. Lions are not that good. The Lions are trash. The Bears are the class of the division. The Vikings probably number 2. The Pack-Tards, I'm not believing in the Pack-Tards anyway, because that secondary is a bunch of rookies. They just trade clicking dicks and all that. But the fact of the matter is, The Bears are on top of the division, and we're about to be in the top of the division in the next few weeks. And once that happens, it's over. It's over. And you're not going to hear the end of it. I think by the next few weeks, or going up to December, actually, the next few weeks, going up to the end of the December, we should be in the top of the division, which means we got to beat the Eagles. We got to beat the Bears. We definitely got to beat the Deadskins before we face the Titans. The Titans got a good defense, good secondary, good quarterback. They got a number one true running back named Derrick Henry. So if we could win these games in the next few weeks, the sky's the limit. I think we could be back in the race as you know it, but we have to take one game at a time. We have to take one game at a time. If we don't take one game at a time, I mean, the season, I won't say the season is quite over yet because I think the season's wide open because the Deadskins have a lot of injuries, so is the Eagles. But if the Eagles didn't have injuries and the Deadskins didn't have injuries, that means our season could be over. But our season have a crack chance to make it to the postseason if they handle their business. But a lot of shit that the Deadskins talk, a lot of shit that the Eagles talk, and especially these Cowboys. You gotta watch out for these Cowboys because, you know, I don't think they're losing games right now. They got a good secondary, they got a good D line, all that shit. The Cowboys I'm talking about. But who cares? Who cares? I mean, our defense is coming along perfect. Our offensive line is coming on perfect. I think we could, with this offensive line, we could dominate defensive lines in the league. All we have to do is run block, pass block, make sure we keep Eli clean. If we do that, the sky's the limit. We could beat any team. We could beat the Bears. We could beat the Eagles. We could beat the dumbass Deadskins, which I can't stand anyway. We could do all these things. We just have to play sound fundamental football. Make sure we get some turnovers on defense and make sure on offense we don't turn the football over. We keep the ball clean, we win this game. We can win as multiple games if we can. So we got to be crisp in our defense and our assignments, even on offense. And that's about it. If we do that, we handle our business, we could win. We don't worry about the other team score, who scored this, who scored that. We just gotta worry about for ourselves. We gotta worry about ourselves and make sure we handle our business the best of our abilities. And don't worry about what other teams is doing. Handle our business first. If you could get that fourth win in the link, we could win. Because the fact of the matter is, we have a hard time winning at the link. The last time we went at the link is probably a few years ago, and that's about it. So we have to make sure that as far as trying to get a win at a link, we have to play fundamental football. Ignore the crowd noise because that crowd's going to be loud. They're going to cheer for the Eagles. And if you don't play sound fundamental football, we could lose this game. We could lose that game next week. Because the Eagles and the Bears, that's going to be the practice game for the Deadskins in the next few weeks. And we have to be crisp on all cylinders. Even though the Deadskins got a good D-line, I think their secondary and their linebacking core is banged up. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get things done. We really have to get things done right now. Because if we don't get things done, it's over. So we have to do what we can to win that game next week. If we don't, season probably gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta win and play fundamental football. And that's about it. I know nobody's watching. I know I'm talking to myself, but it doesn't really matter. Who cares? I'm just going on live, and probably later on, everybody's gonna peep in my videos, comment on my videos, whatever. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, we beating the Deadskins in the next few weeks. The Eagles, we have to worry about because they're gonna be hungry. They just got blown up by the Saints. They'll be hungry for a win. And we have to be ready for these guys because these guys are hungry. These guys want to win. You know what I'm saying? And we have to match up their intensity. If we don't match up with their intensity, we could kiss this season goodbye. Because those 2 games are practice games for the Deadskins. And the Deadskins will get their ass whooped. And once they get their ass whooped, that's the end of it. And they won't hear the end of it. And I don't care if they're not going to hear the end of it. As long as they get their ass whooped in the next few weeks, that's fine by me. Because the Deadskins are trash. And they always will be trash. We own the all-time record against the Deadskins. Every Cowboys fans know it. Every Eagles fans know it. And every Giants fans know it. We own the crap out of the Deadskins all time, and that's about it. I don't care what the Deadskins fans have to say. We own you bitches. You don't own us. How dare you beat us at MetLife Stadium like that, you pieces of shit. You're going to get your ass whooped in the next few weeks. And we were preparing for you. For the next 2 games, we face the Eagles and the Bears. Those practice games is for you guys. So you guys will get your ass whooped. I'm pissed about this shit. I'm not over that loss. There's no way we should lose to these Deadskins. There's no way. No way at all. No way we should lose to these Deadskins. The Deadskins are trash. And they always will be trash. Alright? They're just like the damn Lions fans. The damn Lions. The Lions are trash too. With that 4,000-yard pass in Matthew Stafford. I mean, Matthew Stafford for the Lions could win them playoff games. But the fact of the matter is that Lions never really win a playoff game. And that's just pathetic. You wasted Matthew Stafford's career. Because like I said, Matthew Stafford is garbage. Mr. Trubisky is much better than a young Matthew Stafford. Oh, I went to the wrong thing. I want to go to the NFL and see the scores. I'm going to show you the scores right now. Where are you? Look at that. Look what the Bears is doing. Look what the Bears is doing. 14-0 Vikings. 14-0 Bears. The Vikings is getting that ass whoop. And that's what we're going to do to these Vikings next year. Whip the crap out of these Vikings and put them on the pedestal. And once we whip the Vikings ass next year, they're going to bow down to us. I know we don't play well against the Vikings and neither the Packers. And we don't play well against the Bears either, which we face in the next few weeks. But don't forget, next year, we face the Bears again. Because next year, we're going to face the NFC North and the AFC East. You know the AFC East is very weak. You know the AFC East is garbage. Pretty garbage. You know what I'm saying? So, We have to start playing our game right now. Right now. Let's win against the Eagles. Let's win against the Bears. Let's win against these Deadskins. And after that, let's win against the Titans. Show us who we made of, because we're not there yet. We're 3-7. We got to be at least 5-7 or 6-7 to be a close to a 500 team. We got to do good in this game. If we don't, bad things could happen to us. We don't want bad things to happen to us. We want to win. You know what? This is it for me. This is NYG31, ending this live stream. I'm going to watch the Bears and the Vikings. I'll probably be on Drew Tribe's Live. So, until then, peace out.